What's up, guys? Crimson here, and today I am with my friend Necros, and he is going to be talking about Pre-Rework Sans. Now, what are the first things that you want to talk about with him?
Now, I think with Pre-Rework, there's really few people who actually utilize this thing correctly. Now, Pre-Rework, it's not a normal character, it's a zoner. That's a big issue that people don't really use. People just go in, like, they just go forward, that's the issue, mate. That's the main issue. They don't step back. Pre-Rework is not supposed to be a head-on character, it's supposed to be long range, medium range, whatever you want. And yeah, that's a big issue that people don't really understand. And the thing that's also very controversial is telekinesis, because it's not a thing that you can really counter.
Yeah.
And it basically goes with basically anything. Additional to that, the counter. The counter is, well, really a two-edged sword, like any other counter, obviously. You could just be doing this, someone comes at you and you use the counter, and they don't attack you, and now you're screwed because they're gonna start a combo, obviously. Another thing which is an issue is, well, the bone wall that is actually the fight doesn't really do much damage, or any at all. It's weird. Now, the big issue is actually second phase. Could you do second phase actually?
Yeah, I
Now that I'm actually getting beaten to death, another thing, which is the stamina count. Many people just complain about that. Although Sans literally has no way to actually counter you close.
Get out of here. Just go. Okay, so
Pass. Please tell me you were recording, please. Cause I want to be funny, please.
just going over the fact that Pre-Rework Sans is broken.
Yeah. Okay, just fucking go off. I'll just fuck word.
Earth is just built different.
Okay, anyway, so I'm gonna be switching between text and voice, as if you haven't noticed, people watching. Anyway, so KR is a thing that needs somewhat a nerf, although Sans literally doesn't need a nerf. I mean, he does, but in just a different sense. Because the KR literally just dealt over 100 damage to an Azrael. And with that, also goes the fact telekinesis literally combos with specials, which isn't fair at all. For example, just... you can't do anything about that. And that's a big issue when it comes down. And a broken hitbox's own special one is also pain.
Yeah, because when a special is occurring and it resets your position to continue another attack of the special, it starts to damage you because the previous attack is still happening.
Yeah, that's pretty much the issue. Special 2, there isn't much to talk about since you barely even use it any time. You really need a low stamina, and it doesn't deal as much damage.
Yeah.
But the KR, the damn KR, excuse me. And there goes your entire 40 HP in one attack.
Yeah.
Behold my special attack. It's actually it's ridiculous. Now, the counter is not as bad, but the cooldown on it, the cooldown on the KR and the fact you can still move with it, it's quite, OP.
Yeah.
And the thing with pre-rework is that you really get close because they can just R and just get out of your face. Even in the middle of a combo, they can do that. That's not big.
Yeah, even
not
if
big
it's
of an
like
issue.
a split combo, they can do that, and like mid-attack when they're dodging, they can do that, and it gets really annoying.
Now, that isn't that big of an issue since you can still just go after them. The R is like a 5-second cooldown or so.
True.
Actually more, 6 or so, around that. But either way, a big issue with it is just how you really can't do anything.
Yeah, unlike Rework Sans, you can't break out of it, you can't attack when you're blued.
Yeah, now, that's a big issue. You really can't cancel telekinesis and it leaves you off in a really open position.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't just take those 100 damage from Blaster 4 and die immediately. Another thing is how pre-rework is also actually just... you can't die on phase 1, it's literally impossible because of the cutscene. Which sometimes is also dumb because it pulls people that didn't even attack you.
Yeah.
Let's see. Another thing that is also a big issue with pre-rework is also how sometimes you can't do anything. That's the big issue with pre-rework. You can't do anything sometimes. Although, pre-rework does get really countered by characters that literally are pressure-based. For example, Glitchtail Kara can easily kill Sans. Ezreal can also kill Sans quite easily. But that's also countered by the fact telekinesis and literally counters whatever you do.
Yeah.
And that's mainly the issue with pre-rework. I mean, the damage... the actual damage, just normal damage, is not that high. Blaster 4 literally deals... around 42 damage. But now if you combo that with the KR, which deals literally 2 times that damage, you have 120 damage. Oh goddammit, no!
Don't. Bully him, Necros. Bully him! Meanwhile, I'll get more HP.
And I'll demonstrate. I'll demonstrate how this thing deals a stupid amount of damage.
Would you also like to be in the video once I get to Shotgun?
Possibly.
I know they got plenty of issues that need to be discussed.
But yeah, he's also really damn weak, sometimes.
Yeah.
Sans has the potential to be either the worst character if used incorrectly, or the best character if used correctly. And that's the big issue. I mean, against the Sakuya, Sans barely has a chance because it just destroys dodge without him being able to do anything. While in cases such as Betty, you really don't have anything. Pre-Rework literally annihilates Betty.
Amelie's turn to die.
Pain. Alright. Easy, yeah. By the way, yeah, Sans has literally the potential to either be a really, really good character, in the fact that you're facing another character that can't really put out the damage needed, the hit rate. While you have other characters such as Betty, which literally don't stand a chance due to the KR damage and well, not having multi-hit attacks. And they literally can't do anything.
Yeah.
Although yeah, Sans is still weak sometimes if you use him incorrectly. And he can be either really strong if you use him correctly. And it's mostly based off characters you're fighting. I mean, against the Sakuya, even if I am good, I'm literally dead, no matter what I do. Mostly. Since, well, LMB plus 3 literally destroys first phase easily. Cross can also do that sometimes. But yeah, that's mostly the issue with Sans. It's the damage, it's everything, mostly.
Yeah.
First off, telekinesis should be able to be cancelable by being hit, just as normal Sans. KR needs an up, that's another thing. The counter needs... a thing that could work would be just making the stamina that it takes to get up not actually count as much. That way, people wouldn't actually just be stuck on the ground for like 5 seconds taking 100 damage.
What about using the counter as soon as you unblock from someone hitting you?
Oh, now that's pain. That's actually painful. I don't do that myself since it's kinda unfair. It should also be fixed. I mean, counter shouldn't work for absolutely any character for like 1 second after you unblock.
Yeah.
Since, well, at least people just in a completely open position and you can't do anything about it. I mean, you wanna hit the person, you can't do that. And that's a big issue. I mean, people really can't counter you if you do that. I mean, you're attacking them, you stop suddenly, they're gonna attack you obviously. And going for LMB, you use counter and now they're screwed and now you're going to take 100 damage again.
Yeah, the fact that Bone 3 has absolutely no max range, it's all infinite, it can get really tedious in different battles. Especially if it's used in the challenge room. Speaking of the blasters, from a distance, when you're going against Pre-Rework Sans, the blasters don't render in. You only get to see the beam. And by the time you see the beam, you're already going to get hit. Yeah.
I actually need to have dinner tonight.
Dang. Well, isn't that basically everything for pre-rework? Alrighty. Well, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.